Sporting record book between 1939 and 1945, the words abandoned war are listed. But come Saturday, the fighting won't be on the battlefields of a world war, but the famous turf at Flemington in the Hong Kong Bank Victoria Derby. Ballarat trainer Robert Smurden will have two runners in the Derby, one horse named after a champion footballer, the other tongue-in-cheek after the dominant horse in the early 40s.
The Derby is renowned worldwide as the classic thoroughbred race. The Hong Kong Bank Victoria Derby is Australia's blue ribbon event for 3-year-olds. For Ballarat trainer Robert Smurden, his chances of winning could not be stronger. Big Dermot, despite being inexperienced, has unlimited potential, and Abandoned War is a plain-looking bay who can stay all day. Big Dermot, as the name suggests, was named after champion Hawthorn footballer Dermot Brereton. The naming of Abandoned War is quite a story.
When a cadet journalist was given the job of researching the story and doing a preview for it, his article went something like, Zarmalad attempting to win the Harry de Young hurdle for the third consecutive year, a feat not achieved since the Great Abandoned War in 1940, 41 and 42. So we decided that there was probably a lot of big races won in the early 40s by Abandoned War, and we'd name this horse after that horse who won a lot of top races.
While Big Dermot does all his work on the wood chip, Abandoned War has the image of an iron horse working up the hills adjacent the racetrack. Negotiating the terrain on the downhill was not as easy for jockey Billy Douglas. Stan Aitken will team up with Abandoned War on Saturday, while Harry White will steer Big Dermot. And Smurden is confident both horses will run the race of their lives.
Both these horses are racing well at the moment. They've both last start winners at their first real attempt over a bit of ground. Big Dermot won over 2,000, Abandoned War over 2,200, so they're in the peak of their form, and just hope that they can measure up to it well on Saturday.
And as the countdown to the Melbourne Cup continues, New Zealand galloper The Phantom will go straight into the 2-mile race without starting on Saturday at Flemington. The 5-year-old showed that he had recovered from his poor run 3 weeks ago with a slashing 4th in the Cox Plate last Saturday, and is now pressing for favouritism in the Cup.
The Phantom ate up well after the Cox Plate and didn't leave a note after track work this morning. The 5-year-old was back on the top line of betting for the Melbourne Cup after his top 4th to better loosen up. The Kiwi won't run this Saturday, unlike most of his Cup rivals. The jockey situation for the Cup is still yet to be decided, but Jim Cassidy is taking the risk Just a Dancer will take his place in the Cup, despite injuries which nearly stopped his preparation last week. Mick Dittman's appeal against a 3-meeting suspension will be heard on Thursday, and it now appears that Victoria's leading jockey Michael Clark will have the right on Sedestin if Dittman's appeal fails. Meanwhile, Bart Cummings will still be looking for a jockey for Kingston Reel. It looks like Harry White may take the ride. Meanwhile, tomorrow's Werribee Cup is the final chance Kiwi Ali Boy has of qualifying for next Tuesday's Melbourne Cup. Ali Boy must win all run second. Argentinian Savage Toss will be out to redeem some honour after inglorious Australian performances. The race appears weak enough for him to do it. Dan Malicki for the 10 Evening News.
And David, that's all in sport tonight. Certainly building up now with a week to go before the Melbourne Cup.
Yes, it is. Thanks, Edward. Well, showers put a dampener on our